Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Archax increases tokenized money market fund offerings on Hedera. Bullish. Now guys, that title does not do it justice whatsoever. Let me just quickly scroll up and show you what we're actually dealing with here. BlackRock. BlackRock people, we're dealing with BlackRock. Guys, this is absolutely incredible. And I just want to quickly show you guys something, just something that I want to show you, something that I spoke of a little while on my channel. So this particular video right here that I'm highlighting 5 months ago, and I'm just going to tell you the title of the video. So billion-dollar asset firms speak on HBAR handling trillions. Are BlackRock looking at Hedera? So guys, I kind of had an inkling of this 5 months ago. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is something I 100% knew. It wasn't like I knew for a fact or anything like that. I didn't have any kind of inside information or anything. But it was just something that I'd seen from an interview. And it just got me wondering. It just was one of those things where I was like, okay, that was interesting. So I didn't know for sure, but it was just something that I saw. And it just had me a bit like, that's interesting. Because, look guys, when it comes to this kind of stuff, you've got to understand, a lot of the times, they may not say it straight away because things are happening behind the scenes, but a lot of this stuff happens like, you know, well in advance. Like, so when we hear it, yeah, like they've already had the discussions, the meetings and stuff like that. They've already probably tested it and everything. So before we get it, like, understand that a lot of this has already kind of been done and dusted and they've already done everything they need to do. So I already just saw that and I was just like, yeah, I kind of feel like that's a very strong possibility. I wasn't sure, but I thought this is a possibility. So yeah, this is something I had my eyes on from just a while back now, but it is still amazing to see nonetheless, like to know that this is really happening. And if you guys have noticed, there's been an absolute jump in the price. So again, guys, what do I keep telling you? Patience here. Patience. HBAR is going to run. I'm very confident of that. We're seeing it. And this is what I'm talking about when we say it's a great network. And this is why I want to just say to you guys now, listen, I'm going to tell you this in advance. Let's just say after a while, the price slows down for a bit. Maybe it doesn't do no huge exponential run from here. Maybe it slows down for a bit. Don't get disheartened just yet. Like we're not still in the alt season or anything like that yet. There's still time. So don't feel like this has to be like, oh, this is the make or break moment. No, not necessarily. There's still more time in the market for things to take off. We're not in the full-blown alt season yet. Bitcoin is still leading the way at the moment. So to me, like, I'm not going to look at this as like, this is where it's, you know, time to show and prove, like it has to take off from here. No, not necessarily. So I just want to say that to guys, because I know when they're just watching price, it kind of really dictates their emotions. So don't get disheartened if this isn't like the takeoff moment yet. I still think there is room for more growth to happen over time. But this is great to see because, again, I said this before, when HBAR had a run, it's showing you that it can move. So to me, when people are worrying about, for example, the market being diluted with the token offerings and stuff like that, guys, HBAR is still moving. So clearly everything is still in play for it to do well, which is what I've always thought. So let's get into the article and then we can discuss this a little bit further. Archax, the first FCA-regulated digital asset exchange, broker and custodian, today announced that it is expanding the range of fund shares it offers in tokenized form with the provision of the BlackRock ISS US Treasury Money Market Fund, in brackets MMF, in partnership with the HBAR Foundation. This builds on its launch of tokenized access to Aberdeen's MMFs last year, which Archax has created on both the Hedera and Ethereum blockchains. This additional BlackRock MMF, along with existing offerings, are all available directly on the Archax platform, as well as through connected networks. The first transaction of tokenized shares of the BlackRock MMF, which was also tokenized on Hedera, the open source proof of stake public ledger, was completed across the Onera Fin P2P digital asset network. In the current high interest rate environment, putting cash, treasury and stablecoin assets to work is more important than ever. MMFs are a useful vehicle as they have the potential to provide institutional stability and yield. due to their underlying investments in short-term debt products and reduce single bank or stablecoin provider counterparty risk. In addition, through creating a secondary market for the tokenized instruments, Archax can provide investors with the benefit of almost instantaneous transfer of MMF shares throughout the day, an advantage which can also see the tokens being used for collateral movement instead of just traditional subscriptions/redemptions. Graham Rodford, CEO and co-founder of Archax, comments, quote, "Money market funds from different asset managers can follow different underlying investment theses. For example, investing in short-term governmental debt issuances or commercial short-term debt issuances. Consequently, it is important to have a range of offerings available to cater to differing client needs. Adding more funds into our portfolio of tokenized shares of MMF offerings expands the flavors we have on offer and so allows us to serve a broader range of potential clients." Unquote. Quote, "As well as MMF product breadth, product distribution is also vitally important," unquote, continues Rodford. Quote, "And so we are pleased to be expanding our partnership with Onera to further leverage their thin P2P network for distribution of tokenized shares in MMFs and to help facilitate our first multi-million trade on Hedera 2. Unquote. Amy Ben David, CEO and co-founder of Onera, adds, quote, "Using a simple Onera buy-side router, suitable banks of all sizes, wealth managers, asset managers, broker-dealers, RIAs in brackets, registered investment advisors, and exchanges can route transactions to the tokenized MMFs offered by Archax. This is another step towards realizing the vision we share with Archax and other partners across the ecosystem of a global institutional tokenized asset ecosystem with market-wide access, distribution, and liquidity." Unquote. With all the excitement in the marketplace around real-world assets in brackets RWA tokenization, funds are certainly front and center as a use case. MMFs are particularly prominent too, as these provide benefits to and serve both the traditional finance in brackets TradeFi, tokenized world as well as the pure crypto space. Shane Higdon, CEO of the HBAR Foundation, comments, quote, "The addition of MMF shares tokenized on Hedera, enabled by Archax, is a huge vote of confidence. Hedera's unmatched speed, security, and low-cost infrastructure is ideally suited for the institutional-grade tokenization of real-world assets made possible by Archax. Capital at risk, we offer our tokenized MMF shares to professional and institutional clients only." Okay, guys. Absolutely incredible. This is a massive deal. BlackRock is the biggest asset firm, bar none. Like, the biggest. We know this. And these are the guys who've recently had the spot Bitcoin ETF. We've seen what that's done right for Bitcoin. We can already see right now what's happened with HBAR's price off the back of the news. And this is just off of like the speculation of it. This is not even the actual, utility in play when the funds are actually being, flowing through HBAR off of the back of this. So that's a whole different story. This is huge, guys. And this is why I'm saying to you, I keep saying it. For me, HBAR is just an incredible investment. I've said it to you guys this whole time, even while the price has been low. People have been screaming on my channel saying, HBAR's not moving. This is the kind of stuff that I believed was coming, because I've seen the technology, I've used the technology, I've seen the partnerships, I've researched them, and when I look at them as a network, I can just see how good they are. And so to me, it's surprising, but it's not surprising, right? Like, as I said earlier, like I did a video 5 months ago where I was hinting at this, so it's not that surprising because I had an idea, but it's still like, wow. Like, it's still a bit of a like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it's actually happening. So, to me, when I look at HBAR as an investment, I think it's an incredible opportunity. I think there'll be way more things to come. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, guys. This is why I keep saying, like, for institutions, I can't see why they wouldn't come to HBAR. I don't see why we won't see more of this in the future. So look, man, it's up to you guys. As I've said before, like, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but to me, I look at HBAR and I just think it's an incredible opportunity in my opinion. And as I've said before, when it comes to utility, when speculation is no longer the main driver of the market and, you know, the institutions are coming in for actual utility purposes rather than like custody and speculation, I think that's when you'll see that HBAR, in my opinion, I think it will be one of the top 10 cryptos. That's what I think, in my opinion. So I'm definitely excited to see what they've got coming from this, but this is just huge news. Absolutely incredible. So I'll leave it there, guys, but great stuff to see here. Real great stuff to see. But what do you guys think? Archax and BlackRock tokenizing on the Hedera hashgraph. Do you like the sound of this? Are you happy to hear that BlackRock have come over to Hedera? Do you think that this will be good for HBAR's price? Or do you not like the sound of this? Is there any reason that you have any cause for concern of BlackRock joining Hedera? Or do you just not think that this will be good for HBAR's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.